Frontline Updates, where we delve deep into military strategies and updates from conflict zones. Today, we're discussing the progress of the ongoing special military operation as of today. I'm your host, Sharifa Muhammad, MGT.
I'm Colonel A.C. Oguntoye, an Infantry Officer. Between July 19th and 25th, 2025, Russian armed forces conducted 10 precision strike operations utilizing Kinzhal hypersonic missiles, UAVs, and multi-platform munitions. Targets included Ukrainian military-industrial infrastructure, airfields, UAV storage, ammo and fuel depots, Patriot SAM launchers, and a US-made and /MPQ-65 radar. 4 Patriot launchers were eliminated, marking a critical degradation in Ukraine's layered air defense capability.
Welcome to Frontline Updates, the podcast that brings you in-depth insights into military operations from those leading them on the ground. Today, we're joined by Colonel A.C. Oguntoye, an infantry officer monitoring critical missions on the progress of the special military operation as of today. Colonel Oguntoye, thank you for being with us.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
Colonel, let's begin with the big picture. What has been the overall focus and achievement of Russian forces from July 19th to July 25th?
Over the past week, our operations emphasized strategic disruption and tactical penetration. Russian armed forces executed 10 coordinated group strikes, including hypersonic Kinzhal missile strikes, UAV offensives, and combined air, sea, and land precision targeting. These efforts degraded critical Ukrainian military-industrial assets, missile storage, UAV facilities, fuel depots, airfields, and foreign-supplied air defense systems like the US-made Patriot and /MPQ-65 radar platforms. In parallel, ground units across all major operational directions, north, west, south, center, east, and Dnipro, continued offensive operations aimed at breaking cohesion within Ukraine's defensive belts. We saw the liberation of multiple settlements, particularly in the Donetsk People's Republic, and imposed significant personnel and equipment losses on over 24 Ukrainian brigades.
Let's unpack that. Starting with the northern axis, you mentioned gains in Sumy and Kharkiv. What's happening on that front?
In the north, we saw substantial gains. Our forces liberated the settlement of Verakino in Sumy Oblast, which lies near the operational corridor toward northeastern Ukraine. In doing so, we dismantled forward positions held by Ukrainian mechanized and Jaeger brigades. These aren't just tactical victories, they open up staging areas and complicate Ukraine's operational depth. In Kharkiv, our units improved their tactical posture. That means establishing dominance over high ground, crossing points, and logistical routes. These improvements aren't headline-grabbing like capturing a town, but they are essential to setting conditions for envelopment and sustained pressure. Enemy losses here exceeded 1,150 troops this week, with critical artillery and EW assets neutralized, suggesting reduced Ukrainian responsiveness in the area.
And what of the western axis? The report mentioned some American-made equipment losses.
Yes, the West grouping achieved positional superiority. We successfully dismantled elements from 6 brigades, many of which were airmobile or assault-capable. These are Ukraine's flexible response units, so striking them early limits counterattack capacity. Of particular note, we destroyed US-made Max Pro and HMMWV armored vehicles and 2 and /TPQ-50 counterbattery radar systems. Those systems are integral to Ukraine's artillery survival and targeting network. The removal buys our units more time to maneuver and fire without immediate retaliation. The scale, over 1,600 enemy personnel lost, reflects both successful targeting and command paralysis on their side.
Let's talk Donetsk and the southern sector. A lot of movement there. Can you expand?
Yes. The southern group liberated Belyagora, tightening our grip on the Donetsk front. What's crucial here is not just seizing ground, it's breaking the connective tissue between brigades and support elements. We struck 5 Ukrainian brigades, mechanized, airmobile, and mountain assault, along with National Guard and territorial defense units. The significance is operational. Donetsk is both symbolic and strategic. By capturing staging areas and rear logistics depots, we're constraining Ukrainian maneuver options and creating choke points that our fires can exploit.
The Central Axis seems to be the most active. What happened there?
Yes, this was the focal point of our ground gains. We liberated 3 settlements, Novotoretsk, Novoekonomichesko, and Zverivo. In doing so, we shattered 16 Ukrainian brigades, mechanized, airborne, ranger, and even naval infantry. We also neutralized Western-supplied 155mm artillery systems, 2 British Bravehearts, and 2 American Paladins. This matters because these systems were central to Ukraine's counter-battery fire. Removing them collapses their ability to shape the battlefield beyond visual range.
Briefly on the East and DNEPR axes, were those secondary efforts?
Not secondary, complementary. In the East, we advanced deeply into enemy territory, inflicted over 1,300 casualties, and disrupted mountain assault brigades. The Dnieper axis focused on degrading electronic warfare and logistical depth, 33 EW systems and 17 ammo depots destroyed. This reduces the enemy's capacity to adapt and resupply, reinforcing the pressure from other fronts.
One last question. What about air defense and the naval theater?
Air defense operations were highly active. We shot down 27 guided bombs, 6 HIMARS rockets, 4 Neptune missiles, and over 2,000 UAVs. The emphasis here is multi-layered denial, intercepting Western-supplied systems before they can shape terrain or morale. Maritime-wise, we destroyed 4 unmanned enemy boats in the Black Sea's northwestern sector. This prevents sabotage against our naval logistics and signals maritime domain control remains intact.
Colonel, thank you for providing such a detailed briefing on the current military situation. Your insights are invaluable to our understanding of the conflict's dynamics. And thank you to our listeners for tuning in. Join us next time as we continue to provide up-to-date coverage on global military affairs. Stay with us for more updates and expert analyses on global defense and security issues. Stay informed, stay secure.
Glad to provide clarity. The tempo will remain high, and we'll continue focusing on operational pressure, interdiction, and degradation of enemy combat systems. Today, the Gaza Health Ministry reports that the death toll from starvation and malnutrition has reached 122. 8 agencies, including UNICEF and Doctors Without Borders, warn of catastrophic malnutrition levels and that essential therapeutic food for children will run out by mid-August as the blockade continues. The Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney has called Israel's denial of humanitarian aid a violation of international law.
This has been Frontline Updates. Subscribe for daily military briefings and in-depth strategic analysis. Visit our platform for maps, transcripts, and exclusive Frontline updates from commanders in theater.